sure I'm live. Alright. Yeah, sweet. Alright. What's up? I'm just gonna go over here. Alright. I think I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit. Okay, maybe we're gonna. Okay. We're also gonna turn off Minecraft music. So going straight back into my SMP world. Unfortunately, I ran into a lot of recording issues when trying to record it, which is why. Which is why it's not up at all with the like first saga that kind of came to an end. But I'm choosing to kind of stream the beginning of a new one. And I'm gonna, as of right now, go on a story time about the old one. So there I was, day one of the new SMP that I made. Now, day one, I had already announced when it was launching. Everyone theoretically at least knew when it would go live. So I didn't have any advantages like that. But because I was one of the first people on, I had the furthest head start. Unfortunately, what I didn't know later that day is I would meet what I believed to be my first teammate. Me and my friend from a different Discord server I'm in, PC Noob. All right. Now we're all playing together. Everything seems fine. All the way up until I decide to let him in on a little plan I had. Because as most SMPs do, there's no entering the end early. Of course, I left a technicality in there, knowing full well that this was the plan I had. My plan was to sneak into the end early and steal the dragon egg before anyone else had a chance. Though I wasn't gonna steal it early. The whole point of the plan was to just put myself in the position where I could take it easier. For those of you who don't know, just using redstone torches because I'm out of coal. For those of you who don't know, so the center of the end is 0, 0. And the thing about that center is it's also where the dragon egg will always spawn. It'll never not spawn there. And because it'll never not spawn there, it also only ever spawns at the highest point of 0, 0. So, when I snuck into the end, I made my way out to the outer end islands using a flying machine, which I'm going to say took a fat minute. It turns out flying machines very slow for going that far. I snagged an elytra, and I snagged some shulkers. Not a lot. In fact, the ones I have are the only ones I got from it. I only have 2. Which means I do have to make another visit to the end, because I for sure am gonna get more. But yeah. I really wish. I think we have to raise the ceiling in here more. And my teammate, he was on board with this for pretty much the whole time. Except what I hadn't known then, that he could not be trusted. Now, something that they all quoted that I said day one to my teammate after he betrayed my trust, it was a very fun one. They said, they quoted me on the, "You can't trust anyone." Which, I mean, valid. Yeah. But after I did that and was betrayed later on, I should say, my storytelling is not very cohesive while I'm doing this, but I also need to make progress on this new base. The old one was not destroyed, by the way. It's just because he knew the location and we aren't quite on a team anymore. I'm not trying to drop my new base so open to people. But I think maybe I should keep this like episodic in a sense. Like it's day one, you know, I made a whole new string farm, all that. Day 2, actually it was a very late day 1 that he joined me. Day 2, I let him in on the plan, which around the same time we were pretty much already set to go ahead and start getting netherite, because I already had villagers, because my base, I made it in a village, and because of the string duper, I mean, I had hella emeralds, so diamond armor, enchantments, all that was pretty easy to come by. But day 4, or no, day 3 is when I actually had gone to the end to do all that. Feels random. I don't know why I would have 2 torches on the wall like that. Anyway. So after visiting the end and everything, I had him pull my stasis, because of course I had one of those set up. Um, and he did. I gave him, I think I gave him 2 shulkers. I'm pretty sure, maybe 3. I don't quite remember. Okay, game. Okay, game. Also, I have no idea how I got this shovel. I swear I didn't make it. I don't think my ex-teammate made it either. I have no idea who did. No idea. I don't know who the fudge would make a Fortune 3 Efficiency 5 unbreaking iron shovel. Like, there's not even mending on it, so it's like... And it's also not even diamond, so you can't even upgrade it to netherite. Anyway, I digress. Day 4... Actually, also on day 3, after I got him those things, and Elytra as well, I sent him out to spy on someone who had already made it pretty apparent that they wanted to steal the egg. But as I already said, trust no one. As it turns out, after some time of having him spy on them, he wasn't just a spy. He became their teammate. Though at the time I didn't fully know. I did, of course, have my suspicions. Day 4, a very random occurrence happened. Our internet provider went out entirely. And since I'm the one hosting the server from a separate PC than this, you know, at first I assumed it was a server problem. So I went and looked, because like the server was down, no one was able to join it, and yet for whatever reason I could still randomly receive messages on Discord on my PC, at least for a little bit, but that stopped later. Not much later, but I had already gotten off my computer to go look at what was wrong with the server. And lo and behold, as I'm looking at the server, checking, like seeing anything, if anything popped up in the log for whatever was happening. And as it turns out, both of them, almost at the same time, got the Enter the End achievement. Now, of course, I asked him about this, and of course he lied. But honestly, it was at that point that I'd already decided that this person was not going to be trusted. Also, a little side note on day 3, because we had already gotten maces at that point, but if you notice, I don't have any on me. It is because when another player discovered our base location, as I had told this player, if he found it, we would just drop him, kill him, right there. Alright? Well, we did that, but he still did get a screenshot of the coordinates. So, of course, right after that, it was, you know, we have to move. So, in the process of moving, I stupidly, I'm gonna say stupidly, put my mace into one of our chests. And in that time of moving it all, what was a teammate took it. Now, what he had claimed was that no, he didn't take it. And so, you know, I assumed to just maybe perchance I lost it. It seemed unlikely, but maybe. And so, of course, I looked through all of those chests and so on. And, you know, I couldn't find it. Though that was not the breaking point of our team. The true breaking point was after the end fight. I say the end fight, but I didn't fight after I had realized they'd already been to the end. After I realized they'd already killed the dragons. Or killed the dragon once. And they respawned it using end crystals. Thing is, their cleanup was sloppy. Like, I saw blocks still there from when the first fight occurred. Because none of them entered the end before me, except for one of them. And the reason is because I waited for them to enter the end. And at the time, I had because they claimed it was the enemy, I should say, the one who I knew was an enemy for sure, had claimed that the entering the end that he did was probably a lag accident because he was near the portal or whatever, right? Which, I mean, I could believe because, as I said, the internet provider was going out. So, I did choose to believe that one. So, of course, after everything got back, for the sake of simplicity, I removed the achievement from him. But it turns out he had gotten that achievement the night after I had removed it from him. Because that's when they fought the dragon. And took the egg. And after it became the 5th day, is when the end fight occurred. The reason it wasn't a week or anything was because I tried to line it up when people's days off were the best and so on. So, you know. But yeah, when I got there, I found the dragon alive, surprisingly, but as I said, there were blocks around the exit. The exit was already open. The end gateway was there, or the end city gateway was there. So I had known someone killed the dragon, because those do not spawn in at all unless So I kind of just watched them do the fight. I found no point in hopping down and doing anything about it. And then I was sent screenshots from what was my teammate with the egg. And the thing is, where they had put it is what they had done. They, for a moment, left it in what was my base, but then they replaced it with obsidian. And from there on, even though the betrayal definitely sucks, I kind of saw it coming, so wasn't too mad. We're kind of in, I wouldn't quite call it an era of peace, but more of one where not everything is so set in stone right now. And yeah, that was that. That was the end to that era. They have the dragon egg. My mace. And I moved well over 100,000 blocks away from spawn. One of the things that definitely made me a little suspicious of my old teammate was you know, I would ask him how it was going, getting information, and despite literally being in calls with them almost 10 plus hours, he would answer with, "Oh, I haven't really gotten any," which really? 10 hours, no information? I actively told him to, like, diss me and shit, too. But it is what it is. Fun fact, I with this new base and everything, I'm to the point where I've acquired the most diamonds I ever have. Well, physical diamonds, I should say. All the other ones I've like the diamond gear I've had, all that. Pretty much I've just gotten from villagers. My first base, one we abandoned because someone found it. Speaking of the two people on the PC, or on the tab list, my primary enemy and the PC noob was my ally. Everyone else is off right now, I suppose. I do just realized I replaced a torch I didn't have to replace, but whatever. Just in case I don't want any mobs spawning here, we're gonna light that up. And yeah. So that was the end of that era. I'll definitely show off what at least remains of the old bases. I say what remains. I didn't destroy the last one, and they didn't destroy it either, because there's a neutral person who is living in the last one currently. And so I didn't want to... Like, they didn't intend on destroying it, but honestly, I was about to. Like I was moments from putting all the TNT down to blow it up. I did not see a point in leaving any remnants of a base that was already found. Oh, wrong pick. Bro, asking me what my chords are is nuts. I don't know how much I trust that. Hmm. Why can I not spell right now? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, okay. Okay, okay. Mm, I don't know if I have the rockets. Uh, uh, uh. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not gonna have the rockets. So I wonder where all of my rockets are. 'Cause I know I had more. Oh, right there. I'm blind. Paper. There's about here. Yeah, that's by no means enough. And I know all my chests are a mess, but it's because I was literally moving just last video, or not video, but last session, I suppose. I'm gonna stop the recording here. So subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you like to see in the future, and hopefully I'll actually be able to post more of this and not have it corrupt because I don't have enough storage. Are we having fun? Bro, when I see viewers, there's no shot I'm opening my coordinates. Do. I need some more gunpowder. Is it night? I forget, what do you need for a clock? About to go look at that. That's not where I even begin to look for that. Is it not? Just gonna search and all. Oh, that's actually not that hard to do. Okay, am I stupid? What do you get echo shards from? Like, is that just me? I have no idea where you get echo shards from. I'm about to look it up. Ancient cities, okay. That makes sense. That makes too much sense, honestly. Do I have the leather necessary for... Yeah, I think so. I don't think it takes a lot. Oh my goodness, why can't I think of the name of that item? It's not going to be in that. Probably going to be in here. Item firm. Yeah. I do need sticks, though. That is enough. This is just low-key the only type of sapling I had to bring down here. Yeah, this is gonna seem strange, but I think, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, I leave my base because I don't know if they watch or are watching or anything. I'm going to pretty much fade out my screen every time. I'm making sure I have my E-chest on me. And my EXP should be my E-chest, not in my regular. Yeah, so as I said, while I'm traveling, I'm absolutely not showing it because I'm not dropping my base chords or anything like that to anyone, not even stream, not even hello, welcome to the stream. I know it's like complete darkness right now, but that is because I'm traveling and I am making sure that the other people do not know where my base is. So yeah, welcome. I know the black screen does not make for the best content. I should definitely get something as like a filler for that. That would be like a fun little like fucking cat video people can watch or something. I don't know. But I don't know. Something like that. Something like that for sure. Okay. Well, I am gonna say I'm probably far enough from my... Actually, I haven't marked down my coordinates at all yet. Should definitely do that before I fly away. I know it's like in this area. Yeah, see, I'm not even 100% on it. Let me just send this to myself. Or actually, let me open notes. Okay. I think what I do is I pretty much travel till it hits night, and then when it hits night, I stop, kill some creepers, and travel again. Oh, that's really nice. Okay. I guess this is probably as good a place to portal as any. Give me like 2 seconds. Portal. Should have. Okay, yep. Obby. Okay. Hmm. Mhm. Okay. Yeah. I am not taking literally any one risk with my base location. uh yeah. Okay, game. Okay, game. Uh Let me double check my old base coordinates. Uh oh. I mean, if that's the creeper farm, 13, 6. Okay. Gotta kill this creeper. Of course, I have phantoms harassing me too. Oh my goodness. I'm not even gonna worry about the horde of spiders following me. shoot. I think I should be almost there. On the other end of this. Ooh, what the heck? That was random. I was using my elytra to fly and just very randomly got stopped for no reason. That's all right. Let it. That took long enough. That was quick. Yoink. Did he name this one too? Is there a random diamond pick in there? Let me make sure they had time to breathe. Random. Anyway. Anyway, yeah, this was the old base. Is there any gunpowder in this chest? That would be phenomenal. There's no shot. let me like. This was the old team. This was one of the old bases. I definitely want to head to the next one, but kind of low on rockets. That said, the other one I guess isn't as far of a walk. The other one is like. Bro, how's that one block off? Get the fuck out. Get out of here. Get out of here. Alright. Man, that would be a fun challenge, trying to escape this without... I mean... Yeah. Right, I'm not even gonna bother with that. Now we travel to the next old base. And we get a little look at what that looks like. The one before that looks much worse. I'll say that much. Hell, the one before that looks worse than the one I'm in now. But it was very much like a, you know, this is just getting started. Let me pop my fingers. A very random trick I learned recently for those of you who want to know a pretty cool way to get off the ground without needing rockets for your elytra. You can actually get dolphin's grace in the water while swimming and have a like lead a dolphin. And they should be able to get you some pretty good airtime off Dolphin's Grace. Very random, but I learned that today, so. Oh, we just gotta travel through. All this. I'm curious. I think my camera might actually be perfectly in the way of coordinates. Right? Let me get this on YouTube. Yep, it does actually completely block chords. That's pretty cool. Pretty on accident, but pretty cool. Of course, regardless, showing the trip, regardless of coordinates, is not a good idea because someone could just follow that. Bro. Okay. Just about another... Actually, lots of blocks. Because I have to travel to spawn. To then travel to the old base. The old base, I do actually still vaguely remember the coordinates of, because the old one, I'm pretty sure, and I'll even double check. I wonder where this... I think this might be the one that's closer, actually, than the spawn portal. Oh. That's pretty interesting. I don't think he's still using this base at all. Bro just left random crap in here. Wild. I mean, it is this base that is closer to the one that I'm going to, so we're just gonna... take it all the way up. Interesting. Do. I think the bit rate's a little choppy. I'm gonna try and fix that real quick. Means I'm gonna pause the stream for a moment. Maybe. Mm. Let's see, let's see. I don't quite want to stop it to increase the quality, but I might. Yeah, we're gonna do that. It'll be back on in like 2 minutes.